Hello everybody! I just woke up and I made myself a coffee and I just sat down and I thought I would talk to you guys about my plan for the next 50 days. So I turn 18 in exactly 49 days as of right now. It is July 26th and I have 49 days until I'm a legal adult, which is crazy. Crazy. I wanted to start this challenge yesterday, but yesterday was just a really busy day. I was out with friends all day and it was so fun, but I knew I just wouldn't be able to do the first day justice yesterday. So today is the first actual day. So it's actually 49 days, not actually 50, but I think that will work better. But we're calling it 50 days because that just sounds better. So I have 13 little rules that I want to do for the next 50 days to go into adulthood ready and just like a good version of myself. I kind of want to go out with a bang and I want to go into adulthood with a bang. So let me tell you about the rules. There are two different categories. One is like physical health and the other one is internal well-being. So the first thing in health is I want to do one walk a day. I take our dog Maggie out every single day, but I've gotten lazy over the last couple weeks and I'll just sit and read. And I don't want to do that all the time. I want to get at least one walk a day, even if that's just like 20 minutes, that's like enough for me. Preferably I'm doing like 45 to an hour, but any kind of walking for me is great and is an upgrade for what I'm doing right now. So one walk a day. So that's the first one. Continuing with the exercise category is I want to get 3 workouts in a week. Now these can be really anything. I do like online YouTube videos at home workouts. They work great for me. And I just want to get 3 workouts in a week with a minimum of 20 minutes each. So I want to do that and I just kind of want to build muscle and strength and just be more active. The third habit is I want to eat one healthy meal a day. Now the healthy meal for me is going to be no sugar and no gluten. So I want to have one meal a day, minimum of no sugar and no gluten. If I do more than that, that's great, but a minimum of one meal, and I think that will help me just feel better and eat better food, even on the days that I'm just not eating the best. So there's that. I also don't want to have any pop for the next 50 days. I don't want to have any pop that's just laying around the house, or if I'm going to birthday parties or something. Like, I just don't want pop. I feel like it's unnecessary sugar and chemicals that I don't need right now. And I just want to take a break from that for the next 50 days. And yeah. I also don't want to eat out except with friends. I feel like I tend to like go into a gas station after getting gas and like grab a sweet treat because I'm craving it. I feel like it's okay for me to eat out with friends because to me that's more of like a hangout, an activity to do. But when not just like grabbing food because I'm craving it or because I can't wait the 15-20 minutes till I get home. So that's a rule that I'm implementing. I also want to cure my acne. I've had acne for many, many years and I tend to like pick at the scabs sometimes and not prioritize washing my face every day. And I want to make sure that I'm washing my face twice a day. I'm using Proactive right now and I want to make sure I'm using the twice a day as recommended and I'm not picking. So I want to cure my acne. I think it would be so nice to be able to go into adulthood with no acne. I think that would be a huge accomplishment for me. So we're going to cure my acne, or at least do everything in my power to cure my acne. And the last one in the health category is I want to drink 3 water bottles a day. I believe my water bottle is 32 ounces. And so that's not a gallon, but it's a lot more than I'm drinking right now. And I think that's a good number. And I think it's an easy, like, I'll know if I did it or not. You know, it's a very, like, measurable goal, which is great. So I want to drink 3 water bottles a day, minimum. If I drink more than that, that's great. But I think 3 will be a push. So yeah, so that wraps up my health category. Now for the internal well-being category. The first one, which is I think going to be the hardest out of all of these, is I only want to do screens while working out, while watching something with somebody, or for an hour a day on the weekends. That is it. I'm not watching it at night. I'm not watching it in the morning, first thing when I wake up. We're not watching it in the afternoon because I'm procrastinating on things. I just don't want to do that. I usually just watch like YouTube and stuff, so I'm not like, I don't scroll social media. It's just like YouTube. But I feel like that for me right now is just not the best version of myself, and I think I will be able to read so many more books and just do a lot more things if I'm not doing that. So as much as I don't want to take that away, I want to just kind of see like what not having screens will do for me, and I feel like this is a great way to force myself to just find other ways of entertainment and ways of winding down. I feel like sometimes on the weekends, all I want to do is just watch some YouTube videos, but I don't feel like I need to do hours and hours and hours on a Sunday afternoon of watching YouTube videos. I can do an hour, and that can kind of fulfill my chill time, and then I can move on with my life and do things that are like actually in my life and not just watching other people's lives. So 1 hour on the weekends, 1 hour every day on the weekends. Now, the second one in the eternal well-being category is I want to do my devotionals and read my Bible every single day. I used to be really good with this in the first half of 2025, and then I just kind of fell off, and I want to get back to it. I'm just a better version of myself when I'm doing that, and so even if it's just a couple verses of the Bible every day, that's better to me than what I'm doing right now. So if I read the full chapter that I would like to in the Bible, that's great, but I'm sure there'll be some days where I really can only get to a couple verses, but to me that's better than nothing. So I want to do that. I also want to journal 5 days a week. Journaling every day feels a little bit too much for me, but I just want to journal 5 days a week. I mainly journal to document my life, and I really want to make sure I'm documenting the last 50 days of my childhood, and I would love to be able to look back on the last couple weeks of childhood and have a lot of documentation for it. So I want to make sure I'm journaling what's going on and how I'm feeling and all the things 5 days a week. If I do more than that, that's great, but I think 5 will be a good number. I also want to listen to 3 podcasts a week. Since I'm not doing so many like YouTube videos, I think I will be more motivated to actually listen to podcasts that are benefiting me. Now, these 3 podcasts need to be ones that are bettering myself. These are not fun, kind of like brain rot podcasts. I want these to be ones that I'm learning something from and growing from and just becoming a better version of myself from. And then I also want to do my Bible app every day. It has a lot of really good devotionals in it, and I want to make sure I'm doing that every single day. And the last one is I want to have a 50-day Duolingo streak. This is a long streak for me. I've never gotten that many days in a row, but I think it would be fun to just spend 50 days learning a language. I believe I left off learning Irish. So I think I'm going to get back into that and get a 50-day Duolingo streak. So yeah, that is like my 13 rules for the next 50 days. I'm going to take you guys along and document as much as I can. I don't know if this is going to look like weekly updates or what, but I will try to do my best to kind of show you what this is going to look like and the ups and the downs and all the things like that. So I'm excited to see what the next 50 days bring and how I grow, and I'm excited to go into adulthood feeling prepared and just like a better version of myself, and it will be a fun kind of countdown to my birthday, and it will push me, but I don't think it's going to push me too much, but it's going to push me a little bit. So I've never done anything like this, and I'm really excited. So anywho, thank you for listening to my plan, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye!